Hi everybody, welcome to Monkey Island Madness. It's the day after Christmas, so we've been sitting here yakking about Christmas, and I'm a day late on this stream. This is impromptu, but I am taping this live over at Ustream TV, and I am talking to a live audience. So yeah, so we're gonna do another of these washi tape, acrylic paint, mixed media kind of things, but I'm going to turn it into a journal cover this time. But before we got started, I was going to show them my Wreck This journal. I've been slowly kind of working in it, and I painted that, and I said I'd kind of keep you guys up to date, and then on the Crack the Spine, I just wrote this great big Just Say No to Crack. And what else did I do? Oh, that's what I was going to do, was sit here and put the circles in on the circle page to get this mess cleaned up so I can start creating another mess. This page is, fill this page with colored circles, as many as you can fit. So you can see different projects that I've done on stream that are in here, and then I just, yeah, because there's the Timmy Holtz paper, just random paper here and there as I create it or collect it. But I have all these circles left from the other day when we made the ATC cards, so I thought, well, I'll just use them in the Wreck This journal because they are definitely colorful and pretty. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to glue these down first just to get some of this mess cleaned up. Oh my god, I got messes here like you wouldn't believe. And I use most of them just to glue down on this card, but I have no clue what I'm going to do with it. Jennifer needs what? Absolutely. I will absolutely do that. I will put her name on it right now. And it will be out of here. It's on its way, Jennifer. Well, it will be on its way. But yeah, it's on its way. Yeah, she had to work Christmas. Hi, Darren. I think we got y'all followed on Twitter. That was crazy. I really thought I had sent a request, but who knows? I never know what I do or don't do, so. All right. Ouch. Oh, my wrist is sore this morning. I finally listened to you. Okay, well, some of us have to yak and some of us don't. Some of us have to pay attention. Some of us don't. I just used that. Oh, this was something Robert got, was the 2018 Farmer's Almanac. And I'm going to read it first, but then I probably am going to cut up a lot of it and use it in my journals. Because Robert doesn't need an almanac. I didn't ask him either. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll just cut that bad boy up. What else did you get for Christmas that I can steal from you? I don't know what that cat is doing, but she is making a lot of noise. Let me put this one down here. What are you doing, Roxy? I think she was traumatized because we had people in the house again, and somebody kicked her. So now she's acting like a freak cat again. These are really pretty. I want them prominent. You know what I mean? They're kind of thick, so... But when I'm done with this page, I will put matte medium over the whole thing, probably. And I'm gluing over here on the side, using a glue stick. You don't need a Xyron machine if you've got a glue stick, right? Eileen's gonna punch me. I swear she's gonna punch me. All right, one more. And then well, no, because they're ugly. They're going in the trash. Okay. Anyway, I started saying earlier, we're going to go ahead and do this technique again because Eileen hates it when my house looks halfway clean. I was talking earlier that I was trying to think of a sheet big enough to do the journal cover on, right? Because I did like the text background that we had started with, that the original girl used. And Eileen, if you can find that link again and her name so I can give her credit. When we start doing this. And I haven't read this yet, but I had bought myself for Christmas this New York Times Front Pages book, and it's big. It's huge. All right, my camera's way out, and it's, I don't know, I'll measure it again. Okay, it's almost 15 inches this way and 12 inches this way. So it's more than adequate for making a journal cover because you've got to flip it over, right? And I really kind of hate ripping this up before I've read it, but I think what I'm going to do is go all the way in the back and take the back page out. Because when I'm done with it, it's going to be obliterated anyway. Oh, I don't want to take that page out. See, that's the problem I'm going to have, is that I'm going to be like, oh, I don't want to take that page. Oh, but wait a minute. Something I just realized. Look at how they've reduced the size of this. Oh, this may not be a good plan after all. All right. Yeah, because the image size, doggone it. Well, maybe in the front of the book before they change formats or something. Okay, I can use a page in the front of the book. I think it's wider. The margins aren't quite so big. So, okay, here we go. These are the ones. I'm just going to pick a random page. This one has nothing but type. What's the date on it? 1925. That's right around my mother's birth time. All right, we're going to go back a couple more. $1914. All right, nobody's going to miss this page. So we're going to go ahead and cut this page out of the book. I know that seems crazy, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because eventually the book's going to get ripped up.
Screaming.
I'm streaming, Robert Vaughn.
Tell everybody hi.
They just heard you.
Okay.
Use a page from a phone book. I don't even think I have a big phone book anymore. I think I threw them all away. Hi, Ange. No, I want to use this, I think. I really do. Robert, do we have a big phone book anymore?
Do we have what?
A big phone book?
Any kind of phone book?
Well, I want a pretty big page.
I think we do.
I'll look. I know. Let me look. All right. Before I cut the book, let me go look. Still not going to be.
Good morning, Lynn. Good morning. How are you this morning? Good. Sure. Present me just a minute. I'm not dressed yet.
Well, probably after about half dress.
Yeah, it'll probably work better. Yeah, I'll run up and hop in the shower. It'll take me just a minute. If you're not in a hurry, if you're in a hurry, we'll.
Outside, 20 minutes.
Yeah, about that. Probably. Yeah, about 15 minutes.
I'll swing by and pick you up.
Okay. All right. See you then.
All right.
Bye.
His name is Lane.
Stacy, huh?
That was Lane.
I said Lane.
You said Stacy. I thought you called him Lynn.
No, we'll call it Lane, I thought.
Oh, okay. All right. I did end up finding some pages out of the phone book, so. All right.
Did you find one?
Yeah, I just tore the pages out that I wanted.
I knew there was one, it was one.
Well, I thought I'd gotten rid of them because who needs a damn phone book? All right. Well, I don't have to cut up my book then. All right. I'm kind of happy about that. Kind of happy about that. All right, and I got the big container of washi. You guys have seen this before, and I'm sure somebody will start giving me crap about it. But here's the big container of washi. So we've got lots of colors to play with, and I'll get the paint out when we need it. So, Robbie, yeah, he's still feeding that damn emu, you guys. The owners of the emu have not come picked up the emu. So, Donnie called yesterday morning, and I don't know, I guess the emu was sleeping, but he thought the emu was dead. So he calls Robert, like, what's Robert going to do with a dead emu, right? But he said, well, we could at least bury it, but we'd have to take the backhoe over there. It was like, does he realize this is Christmas Day? We're not dealing with a dead emu on Christmas Day. The emu's going to lay there. God. Like, my life isn't crazy enough as it is. Well, he's going to lunch with the neighbor guy. He's a new caretaker down at one of the gated communities here. Real nice guy from Colorado. And he came down the other day and rang the doorbell like at 8 o'clock in the morning. And it was like, who is here at 8 in the morning? Oh my God, this is getting crazy, like people are coming by this damn early. But he was just so nice. He said, I just wanted to see if Robert wanted to go get some breakfast with me. I was like, well, that's really nice. All right. Now, if I do this one edge to edge, my journal cover is going to be, I don't know if that's 8.5 by 11 or not, which that should be more than adequate, I think. And this paper is real thin, right? By the time I get all this junk glued on it, it should be more substantial. All right, we're talking 10.5, so we'll say 5.25 wide, which isn't bad because then I can use 8.5 by 11 inserts, folded, and 8.5 this way. Okay, that's a good size actually. Let's do that. Well, the emu has a home. The emu has gotten out of its normal house and gone down to some friends of ours' yard. And yeah, they don't know what to do with the emu, so they call Robert like he knows what to do with the emu. It's like, are you kidding me? I'm going to do it this way so the type is up and down. And this is the same technique we did the other day. You just take random pieces of washi and tape it down all over the page. Since I'm thinking this initial one is going to be mine and I'm going to keep it, I'm going to use pieces of blue washi, navy blue. I'm going to do more of a color theme page this time. I mean, the paints will still be random and everything, but yeah. So, hi Paula, and anybody else I missed. People probably were coming in while I was yakking. But no, the emu needs to come get picked up and go back to its original home because I'm pretty sure Robert doesn't want to bury an emu. Just saying. That damn emu yesterday, I was like, oh my God, do they not know it's Christmas Day? What is wrong with people? And Robert, he's so damn nice. He was like, well, if I need to go bury the emu, I'm going to go bury the emu. And I'm going like, no, you're going to get dressed and go to my brother's. What the hell's the matter with you? Alright, since this is a bigger page, I'm just putting more. This other navy blue one's really pretty too. Not my favorite. It reminds me of the Alaska flag. Some of this washi tape, you guys, it makes me think I have dementia or something because I have no idea where it came from. And if I bought it, why did I buy it? Like, what the heck? And try not to, if you end up doing this, try not to like bend the corners and stuff when you're ripping it because it leaves little, well, I guess the texture on your cover won't be bad, but yeah, it leaves little humps. So that's the emu story. Alright, I'm going to use some other colors. Here's this bicycle one. This is kind of cool. I've had this forever. I remember when I bought this. I was with Elaine, and I liked it. So, yeah, now you guys know everything other than Christmas and eating like a freaking pig. Oh my god, yesterday when I got home, I was so full. I don't know. That's good enough there. We'll put some purple polka dots on it because we can. I left the camera out a little bit. If you want me to zoom it in, I'll zoom it in. But working on this bigger paper, you guys will be able to see what I'm doing this way. Should I use the British flag? I've got some British flag washi that I love. I love washi. I just think it's cool. And it is kind of a cool way to use your washi. Because I use small amounts of this here and there, but I don't use my washi near as much as I should. Because I need a backhoe to move this big container. I'm pretty sure. But oddly, on that other sheet that we did, like that checkerboard one, CB had mentioned it, like she really liked the checkerboard. It was odd, the washi that ended up standing out and making it colorful and pretty. So I think the repetitive patterns. Hi, Terry. Oh, Eileen. That one's too pale. I don't like that one. All right, we're going to use some pink. I know Eileen doesn't like pink, but I'm okay with pink. I don't know where there it is. Oh, cool, Paula. You got a Keurig? I was wondering if there were sales today and if I ought to be looking. But honestly, I don't need anything. So, yeah, even if there are sales, I need to get over myself. All right, what other color would be really, really pretty? I don't have any green on here, so let's get some green on here. When you're working on this, it really looks like crap. I mean, it's like, how are you ever going to do anything with that? You'll see. See, that one got a bent corner. Ugh. Don't like that. All right, let's get a couple of bright colors and call that done, right? Believe it or not, I don't have much yellow, so we'll use, this is bright. I know some of these I bought in those tubes, you know, like the boho tubes and stuff like that at Michael's, so that's probably how I ended up with some of these that I wouldn't have normally bought. But if you got a coupon and you got to use it, what are you going to do? And you don't have to cover up all the type, because in between these you're going to be adding acrylic paint. I don't know how many of you were here. I don't even know what day I streamed. The other day when Eileen was telling me what to do. Something new and different in my world. Alright, what other color will look awesome? Alright, we'll use some of this Timmy logo stuff. It's got that funky, it doesn't glue down real good, and it's got that funky surface on it. So we'll just use some of it. And some of them stick better than others. Yeah, I know you do, Eileen. Oh, Jennifer, you don't need to buy washi tape. Honestly, it's like crack. When you get started, you can't stop. Like, just say no to crack. I'm telling you, girl. These number ones might be really cool, too. Oh, I'll use this butterfly one because I'm not crazy about it anyway, so. I'm gonna have to tear the edge off this one because I had to wreck it. There we go. All right, look right now and you guys tell me what you think it needs. Or if I've got enough washi on here now. Are we good to go? There doesn't seem to be any real big blank spots. I like the world map one though too. This one could be fun. All right, we're going to add just a little bit more black and white. Nope, we're going to add primarily the black. And the reason is, oh, I don't like this one. We'll use this one. I'm going to add black paint around the edges anyway, so I want some black in it. I think that'll be good. Get these last few spots. Okay, Eileen's saying she thinks I have enough. Well, okay. She's in charge. I guess I have enough. I'll still put paint on top of it, so it's no big deal. I just leave little bits of the design here and there showing. Right? Alright. She says I have enough. I have to stop now. I think I have enough too. Put this giant bad boy over there. Thank you, CB. I'm going to try and keep that in mind. She said, careful with the edge, black paint. I went a little crazy yesterday. A little cray-cray, or whenever that was. Let me see. It still ended up okay. Let me see. Oh, this is the one I went a little cray-cray on. Yeah, but it's okay. It's not that big a deal. Live and learn. Try and learn, right? Just try and learn something. For some of us, that's harder than for others. All right, I got to get the paint out. Wow, that was speedy.
Say what?
I said that was speedy.
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use these little tubes of paint like I did the other day. I'm assuming, you guys, that you could use the craft paint. The girl who showed the technique originally was using like heavy body paints, and they were more opaque. I use these and they're a little bit more transparent, but I think it still came out okay. So I think you could use craft paints. Okay, bye. Does that smell like diesel? Come here.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh my God. All right, bye.
All right.
Yeah, I think you could. All right, here we go. Take the big containers out. And then I'm just really going to reach in here and grab randomly. I'm not going to, there's going to be no planning. I might have to end up planning later, but for right now, I'm not even going to plan. I'm just going to reach in and grab. So my first grab was cerulean blue. Oh, my hands were so nice. All right, they're not going to be nice anymore. Oh, well, too late now. Here we go. I'm just putting dabs of paint, and I'll go back and rub it in here in a minute. And then just put the paint down randomly. Maybe in a little while I will be giving some thought to, you know, like color mixing, what's going to look good with the blue next to it. But for now, this is the way it's going. More, yeah, the more the transparent, you see more of the text. That's true. And the design on the washi. So, and probably having a baby wipe out to wipe my fingers in between colors is a good idea, right? That's how Robert and I do it too, Terry. We don't buy for each other at Christmas. We just buy throughout the year. If we need or want something, we just buy it. I think a lot of people do that. You know, there comes a point where it's like, you know, if I don't know you like me by now, then yeah, we're in big trouble. So don't worry about the whole gift thing. Puts too much stress on everybody, I think. That is a really pretty green. This is the Reeves Viridian Hue. Oh, this is pretty green. Real pretty green. And the only thing, I mean, you can see exactly what I'm doing. The only thing I would say is push it up like right next to the washi so you don't end up with that little white mark. Because after this is dry, it's not going anywhere. Nowhere. I think that would be a great challenge. Eileen just suggested in chat that next year we do a challenge to use things that we have in our cupboards that we've purchased, usually because Eileen enabled us to buy it. But to use stuff that we don't normally use. I did that the other day and I was like, oh, those, well, I think actually Paula enabled us on that, if the truth were known. Those, Recollections gel crayons. Because I really do like them. I mean, I like their color. Sometimes I like their shimmer. I mean, there's no downside to the paints or the little crayons. I just don't use them. But then I could go through a whole litany of stuff that I have that I haven't used. So I think that's a great idea, Eileen. Using stuff that you haven't used. And I shouldn't put the colors that I've used back in there because I'll grab them a second time right on top. Alright, looking at the camera, it's getting really, really colorful. And I thought, and I started to do it this morning and then changed my mind. I think a themed one of these, like a color theme, like do nothing but blue, shades of blue, or shades of green, rather than this whole random kind of crazy quilt thing. That a themed one would be really pretty. Color theme, I mean. Some of this paint doesn't smell good. I mean, it, yeah. It doesn't smell like it's spoiled or anything. And if you don't use it, give it away. Well, that would actually be a great thing too, because some of this stuff probably needs a new home, quite frankly. It's been here for years. I haven't used it. Yeah, it probably needs a new home. I'm going to use Crimson next. The jelly plate, yeah. But the jelly plate, that's a thing that you're not going to use it every day, but when you want it, it sure is nice to have it. There's certain things in your stash that, yeah, I'm not sure I would give it away just because someday I will use the jelly plate again for a specific project or whatever. Yeah, I think that. Another thing I was thinking about, like doing this technique, if you don't have a lot of washi and you don't want to buy a lot because, yeah, who needs to be going around doing that? If you've got pattern papers, cut your pattern papers up into shapes. It doesn't have to even be strips, I don't think. I think just use what you've got. So if you've got pattern paper that you want to use up, cut it into strips and do something like this with your pattern paper. I think that would be awesome. And if you don't have the acrylic paints, use watercolor, use gouache, use whatever you've got. I wouldn't go out and buy a bunch of stuff to do this. And this color was ochre. I'm getting out all the colors. I'm playing with all the colors today. And actually, this is, there's a page in the Wreck This Journal that I could be doing alongside this that says, paint this page with every color you can find. Well, I'm kind of doing that right now with this, right? But sometimes it is kind of important to get it down up real close to the washi. I got way too much blue paint. But it's nice and bright. That's one thing for sure. I'm trying to preserve the bicycles so you can actually see them. Because I like them. So, Paula and Andrew, you guys off work today? I figured you guys would be probably having to head back to work, which I hate for you. Because last night when I got home, I was just like, oh, I don't have to go anywhere or do anything like for a few days now, and I was so happy. Thursday, I am going with Ratatouille up to Joplin. He has he's really pissed off about it, but a doctor's appointment, but it's not with his doctor, it's with the nurse practitioner, and he sees that as an absolute utter waste of time, and he's really upset about it. So I thought maybe this time I'll call and even cancel that and just say, you know what, when the doctor comes back, we'll come in. Because otherwise Robert's like, what do I need to go see her for? Oh, you are at work. Okay, cool. Because he said, what's she going to do? If there was something wrong, what's she going to do? It's like, well, you got a point there. And this one is copper. I don't know. It is a little bit metallic. Yay, we'll see how the metallic goes. I suppose if he needed blood, she could order it up, but he hasn't needed blood, so I don't know. I'm kind of with him on this one. Like, why are we driving all that way to see a nurse practitioner? If there's no problem, I mean, if he was having a problem or something, that'd be different, but he's not. And it's not like a disorder. If you have a bunion on your foot, that's one thing, but leukemia, I mean, really, I don't know. Call me cray-cray, but that's kind of how I'm feeling about it. I really like this copper. I think maybe the colors like copper and some of this other is maybe what pulls it all. Well, no, it's going to be the black that kind of pulls it all together, I guess. You're working 2 to 11 all week. Ugh. I suppose that 2 to 11 shift's probably pretty good, though, isn't it, Paula? I would think so, especially now with people out shopping. At least you're busy. See, I couldn't have a job where I had idle time. I couldn't do that. These blues, a couple places just became overpowering, so we're going to try and tone that down a little bit. Yeah, the copper is really, really nice. I didn't even know I had this copper. That's what a lame brain I am. That is getting crazy color. And I think I will write the very last color when I come across the black. I will go ahead and use it. I already did a yellow. I did a red. Here, we'll use this yellow-orange kind of color. Ooh, this is going to be bright. Yeah, it's going to be real bright. Oh, right next to the blue. That'll make mud for sure. I'm going to pick one more dark color to kind of do the fill-in. I did think of some really fun things to put on the scavenger hunt list this weekend. And I am going to probably work on that tonight, maybe. So the list can be ready for sure by Christmas Eve. Here's a dark purple. We'll use a little bit of dark purple, but that's getting pretty crazy colorful. And then I'm going to do some touch up here and there with black to pull the black in from the edges into the picture itself. And then we'll call it. Oh, that was a lot of purple. Got to put that off over here. Too much. I think this purple's kind of like that blue. If I let it, it's going to take over. And the further along you go, you can see different places where maybe you didn't get it up against the washi tape real good. And then going back and fixing that is really going to be kind of a pain in the neck. It's probably where I'll go in with the black and fix my boo-boos. And I don't know if you guys, I think most of you or all of you are on Twitter. Eileen's that she did one after I did this the other day. They came out really, really awesome looking. So, just going along the edges now. I know I'll have black along the edges, but trying to tone down some of the white here and there. All right, it's looking pretty cool. Some places I can see that I want to do black. All right, I am about ready to do the last little bit of black, and then we're gonna dry it and cut it out. And I'm gonna do some lettering for this, because I think what I'm gonna do on this one, I'm gonna make this one specific to the scavenger hunt. So where on these ones, we just use random words like friend and discover and heartfelt and different stuff. I think on this one, I'm actually going to, I like the whole cutout thing is the deal, rather than putting something on top, which I could do too. But I think I'd rather, and for a journal cover, I probably need more substance on this phone book paper. I'm going to do the cutout, and then I'm going to put like scavenger hunt, or I don't want to call it stick it down. If you guys can think of, I've just been calling it scavenger hunt. Random junk in your journal. I don't know. But I'm going to cut it out and put like a title on the front cover. And then this one will be specific to the scavenger hunt. It'll never be used for anything else. All right, let's see if we have some black. Here's some black. Yep, we got black. Don't let me get carried away with the black, boys and girls. I don't know why I did that, because the edges are going to be black anyway. I'm afraid to get too much of this, really. Like a little bit is going to go a long, long way. I know that. I'm fixing the edges that I goofed up. Here and there. Right, like right here. This is a bad one. And up here, that's a bad one. It might be easier to control on the table rather than out of the tube. Ah, got a little carried away there. CB's clutching her pearls right now. I know she is. She's going, stop, 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 enough. But I really am. I'm just fixing places that I can see that when I'm said and done, it's you're going to notice that I didn't get right up close to the edges. Some of them I'll go back in with the original color, I think. Nick right in there. I really need to get that closer to the edges. Doesn't end up with that little white line. Oh, this is a big old mess down here, but I don't want to use the blue. Use that light purple. All right, you guys, tell me if you see anything that needs attention. I know it looks a big fat mess, doesn't it? It's like, holy crap. You should name this journal Pure Chaos. Well, actually, Eileen, it is pure chaos. I can't argue with that. It pretty much is. Pure chaos. But I really think it could use some more black here and there. I really do. Because when I'm looking at the camera, that's what I'm seeing is more black. Use a little bit more black in the design itself. Tone down some of that chaos that's going on. And I'll wipe some of it back here in just a second. I stay away from the edges because I'm going to already have black on the edges, so. Okay, there's definitely a place that needs some attention. Alright, looking down, it's looking, I need some black up here just to even it out, and then we're going to call it, I think, done, unless I get some more free advice from the peanut gallery over here. Right in here, it looks like I could use, and over in here. The edges, if you're going to do this, pay attention to the edges. Like this one, I almost have nothing down on this edge. And that's either going to be the top of Yeah, I need to do something about these edges because they're not good. Of course, they're going to have black on them. I know that. But according to CB and Eileen, I can't get too carried away with that. I use some of that green. That green is so pretty. Eileen, stop with the damn black. Okay. I can wipe some of that off the washi too. Yeah, I was thinking I was gonna cut a hole in it. What do you think? But yeah, I was gonna cut a hole in it and do some lettering in the hole. You know, like give the journal like a title, because it's gonna be for the scavenger hunt. So yeah, my plan is, yes, to cut a hole and put some lettering in there. Either with a stencil or something. Stop with the damn black. Okay, okay. Don't be going and getting all your panties in a wad there, girl. Just take some of it up if you don't want. Remember, it's on washi tape, so I mean, after it dries, you're done. But you can get a lot of it back up, so no worries there. It's mostly to cover up boo-boos, Eileen. See how I can get the black up? No worries. All right. I'm happy with that. I really am. I'm going to put some blue right over here. Or maybe the red. I don't have very much red, so I'll do the red over here. Yeah, and like put the name of the challenge or something, Eileen. That's what I was thinking. Paint booger. Green is... I do like the black. And plus, when I get the edges all black, the black in the body of the thing is going to look good. So don't listen to Eileen, because she just likes to bitch at me. And if she's not bitching at me, I think I'm doing something wrong. So, hello. It's the nature of the beast. Okay. Just looking for other places where I've got little problems going on. All right. I'm cool with this. The next one you do today, Eileen's going to keep me busy all day, I can tell. Use magicals over the washi. Well, that might be fun, Eileen, actually, because the washi would resist the magicals, right? And the magicals would only go where there wasn't washi. I'm thinking. That's my thinking. I could be absolutely on drugs, but that's what I'm thinking. Unless I use that paper washi of Tim Holtz. But the rest of it that has any kind of finish on it would resist the magical. That's why I could wipe that acrylic off here and there, is because the paint is just sitting right on top and it'll come right off. Yeah, best to experiment with my supplies. I don't mind. Half of this stuff when I die is going to end up in a dumpster when my kids come in here and say, bring in the dump truck. All right, I'm going to blow it dry real quick, make sure it's all good and dry. And then I'm going to fix it to a piece of cardstock. Well, no, I need to cut the hole out, figure out where my hole's going to be. And it's not real wet. I won't put the black on the edges until I get it glued down onto the cardstock that I'm going to fix it to, but I am going to go ahead and trim up these edges, I think. They will start, well, actually I can use them to keep it. What did I say the measurements were? Now, I'm planning on cutting the hole right now so I can do the lettering. All right, so this is 10.5. I'm going to make it 10.5. Write myself a little note with these measurements because my memory sucks. All right, so it's 10.5 by, roughly, I'm going to do it this way because the edges are rough, 8.5. Okay, so for the journal cover, I'm going to fold it this way, right? And I think what I want to do is I'm going to cut a hole down here on the front side of it. And I think the word I'm going to write in the insert, or the hole, is going to be scavenger. So I'm going to go get, actually I think it's right here. I don't even have to go get SCAGER. That's 9 letters, so I only have 8.5 inch, so I need something about a 1/2 inch size lettering. Okay, I could write this by hand, but I have all these fancy dancy stencils that I buy all the time. I'm going to see what size. I showed these the other day, and I've gotten a lot of comments on these. People wanting the link to the Amazon to buy these. So, Paula, I wish you were getting a percentage because YouTube people are liking them. These are just over 1/2 inch, so I'm not going to put a round circle. It's going to be a long rectangle. Yeah, it's going to go right down here, and it's going to say scavenger, reading top to bottom. But I have to figure out the size of the lettering before I cut the hole, because then I've got to figure out the spacing, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Hi, Scooby. Merry Christmas to you, Scoobs. Oh, it's -19 there. Oh my gosh, that is brutal. I'm not sure I want 1/2 inch lettering, and with 9 letters, I don't have room for 1/2 inch, I don't think. Let me just do some math here real quick. Well, actually it does. I could, because it's... Do I want that big a lettering, though? I don't think I do. That's just over 1/2 inch. That's, let's see, that's 8, like 9/16. So I think I'm going to use the smaller stencil if I have it here and can find it. And that's almost too small. So, then I have these. That I want more sand. I want it larger than that. I guess I'm going to use that bigger stencil. The other one that I got at Michael's that is just here available. I mean, I have tons of stencils that are available. Would be this one, and it's just, I think it's too small. Well, it's just under 1/2 inch, so, All right, we're going to use this one out of the stencils that Paula enabled. We're going to see how it's going to work. Let me get a piece of nice cardstock. I'm going to put this aside for a minute. because I've gotta plan this out before I do this, right? So figure if that's gonna be my edge. I guess I should figure out which I want my front and my back. I think this is gonna be my front. Well, actually, I'll cut an 1/8 inch off either one. So, 5 1/4 is going to be my center. Okay, this is how you kind of figure out a layout, you guys, if you care. But this is where all right, I know my cover is going to be 10 1/2 inches wide, right? So I figure out my center, which is at 5 1/4. And I don't have to do this. I'm doing this for your benefit. This is my center. And so this is going to be my front cover here. And I've got 5 1/4 inches to work with. I think I'm going to come in maybe a full inch. Yeah, I think a full inch. And let's see, the widest letter would be W. I'm not going to use a W, but that's about a 5/8 inch width letter. Okay. M or W is always going to be your widest letter in the alphabet that you use. So always use your widest letter to plan your layout around. Okay, so that's 5/8 inch is the W. So I'm going to go. Let's see what an S is. S is, all right, I think I'm going to do at least a 1/2 inch opening. Maybe I'm going to do 5/8 inch opening is what I'm going to do. And I'm really doing this whole layout thing for you guys' benefit. I'll pull you down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Because I'll have to transfer this to the, well, I guess I could do it. You know what? Well, no. No, I'm going to have to do it this way. Never mind. And what did I decide? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'm going to put scavenger right down here. That's the word that's going to be in my cutout. No, because I'm going to put the lettering on this, Eileen, on the white underneath. Know what I mean? All right, you need to start drinking. You really do. Because my, let's see, my letters are, you're going to see when I'm done, Eileen. Poor Eileen. I'm just doing some math here real quick, you guys. I added up, I'm going to leave 5/8 inch for each of the letters, going up and down, which I always convert everything to eighths and then work backwards, right? So there's 9 letters times 5/8, 45/8. Did I decide this is 8 1/2 inch? So 4 1/4 is my center. If the letter is too wide, just use a smaller letter. No, that would be so unacceptable in my world. Eileen, are you on drugs? All right, so the E has to be right in the center. So 2. All right. That's where my E is going to be. All right. The way I do it, I mean, I could measure out every letter, but I think, Eileen, if I did it that way, Eileen would start to have a coronary and wet herself, and I'm not sure that there's anybody to help her with those Depends that she's got on. So I'm going to go ahead and just put my E down. And if this doesn't work, you guys, you can make fun of me the rest of my miserable life later, right? Now I've got a mark there that I don't like, so I've got to get it off. Okay, now this is also, oh my God, this is also where I would use my rolling ruler if Eileen wasn't in the room, because I would go ahead and measure and use my rolling ruler, and that doesn't look like the center to me. Maybe I'm on drugs. 4 1/4. Yep, 4 1/4 is the center. Never mind. Eileen, it's okay to double check yourself. Don't potty. Alright, so I know where the bottom of my letter is now because I figured halfway and I split the difference. So I know where the bottom of my letter has to go. I'm going to do this in black. And I'll eyeball the center because, again, Eileen's going to wet herself and we can't have that. Because I just have one more thing to make fun of her about if I did that. Splatters, splatters, splatters. You want me to do splatters in there first? Doesn't really matter. I can do it before or after. Alright, now some of you would be using your acrylic paint for this. I can't do that. I mean, I could, but yeah. I'll splatter here in a minute, Eileen. It doesn't matter if I splatter before or after. Okay. Now I'll just line up all the other letters from that E. In my world, I would have measured out each one to make sure that there was the proper space in between them. But we'll do it Eileen's way because she's really going to hurt herself, I'm afraid, here in a minute. But the lettering's going to determine how big I cut my opening and everything else, right? So that's why I'm doing it this way. And I want to do gold splatters on that mixed media. Yeah, because I did like the splatters. I will say that. I like the splatters. They were fun. Especially the gold. And I'm not a gold girl. Stacking stenciling lettering like this is a little tricky because the edges go in and out, but it'll be okay. Alright, I'm going to erase that. See, Eileen, by me doing this, these girls might have learned about how to center lettering on their covers. We've turned this into a learning experience. Some of us, I won't name names, might be a little too old or crotchety to learn something. But some of us have young, virile minds that just suck this stuff up. You know, that old saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Well, there's proof in chat right now. Anybody with me on that? I'm more afraid she's going to hurt me. You think so? But you guys, we buy these tools, so shoot, go ahead and use them. And I like lettering. I could hand letter this, but yeah, I like it to look all neat and tidy. So when my kids throw it in the dumpster guy can appreciate it. All right, there. The word is on the page. It's scavenger, top to bottom, all centered, evenly spaced, only not as good as it probably could be if I could have done it the correct way. And if we do this next year and I make another cover, I can do scavenger too. You're not crotchety, you're cranky. I hear you there, CB. I can have a little crank going on my own self. All right, we're going to use black and gold for splatter, right, Eileen? That's what I'm thinking. Here's the gold paint. Here's the black paint. I need to get some different water. I'll get, because this is like glue water. This is not good. All right. I think we got what we need. And the only thing that's going to show through the more black, well, you want me to do it white? Thank you, Allie. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hyla Bookworm. I hope I haven't missed anybody. I know I have. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and splatter with, well, I could splatter with white because this is, but I've got plenty of white here and there throughout this. I think we're still going to go with the black and the gold. Two different splatters. It won't hurt nothing. Let me move some stuff here that I know is going to end up with splatters if I don't. Which would tickle Eileen to death, but not me. Oh, there's my broken glass piece that I don't need because my glasses got fixed. Yay! Alright, move the stencil. I don't want paint all over it. I don't care about the paint container or the glass. I do care about my pens and pencils. Alright, we're good to go now. The whole, I'm going to glue this on top of this, so I only need splatter right there, where the word is, right? And then I'll put, CB's not liking the black, I'm liking the black. I'm not going to make a whole bunch, just a little tiny bit. Oops, already got splatters going on here. Of course you should never have paint on a stencil. Most of these girls, honestly, don't clean their stencils. I have to. It's just an illness with me. I can't tell you guys why I'm like that. I don't know. But I clean my stencils, I clean my stamps, I clean my stuff. I clean my paintbrushes, or Robert does it for me if I leave them by the sink. So, yeah, I'm not going to apologize because I'm a little bit anal. And they're little, I'm not getting big splatters, you guys. I'm getting little splatters. But you could do whatever you want. I mean, if you wanted to at this point to put acrylic paint and do a, where it just, the paint ran, you could do that. Look at my hands. I got splatters everywhere. Oh my God, measure the splatters. Hi, Savannah. Oh, I got multiple baby wipes. Hang on. Cleaning up some mess here. Eileen is pretty much in rare form today. She is just like all over it. Now we're going to make some gold splatter. Of course, now the water has black paint in it, but we don't care. We won't worry about that. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's way a lot. Got a little carried away, CB. Can you believe that? And again, I'll do another advertisement for the Dina Wakley heavy body acrylic paint. This gold, this gilt. Oh my gosh, I love it, love it. But Paula did inform us the other day that the Dina Wakley paints are the exact same as the Liquitex. So if you're going to save money, that's just my free advice. Hashtag free advice. And now I'm going to have to color in those letters with paint in them. Oh well. I'm doing what Eileen's telling me, so here we go. I do like the gold, so I'll put a lot of gold splatters because I like that. I'll show you guys here in a minute. I'll get some close-ups. And I got this a lot thinner, so it's making bigger splatters, and that's okay with me. Poor Jean would be having a fit right now. Now that does the splatters, the mess of the splatters really don't bother me. How odd is that? Other things really bother me. That doesn't bother me. All right, we got splatters. We're going to have to blow them now. So I will do, gosh, look at all that gold I've got left. I've got to figure out something to do with that. I cannot throw that away. It's too pretty. Too pretty. So where's my Wreck This journal? I know it's here somewhere because I had it. I'm going to put it in the Wreck This journal rather than waste it. I just can't waste that gold. It's too awesome. All right, here's what we'll do with it. Here's that page that we did with the magicals. The prompt was let the colors run. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the book to one side, put the gold up here, and let it run this way. Might as well, huh? Might as well. We'll just see. And that's the cool thing about Wreck This Journal. If you wreck it, that's the intent, so who cares? All right, I'm going to set this over here, and I'll blow it dry here in a minute. We'll go ahead and use the gold in the Wreck This Journal. And it doesn't matter which page I do it on. Maybe I'll do it on this side. Well, it's not runny enough that it wants to run yet, but it will be in a minute because I'll add water if I have to. You guys can't see. There, it's going to run now. Just got to get it on thick enough. Maybe add a little water. There we go. It's running. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is running. Yeah, the Dinas are more expensive. I'm sure of that. We're talking about the Dina Wakley paints versus the Liquitex. Yeah, I'm sure of that. All right, I used up most of it. I'm happy with that. Just blow on the splatters to encourage them to go ahead and run down the page. That's cool. The other day, Eileen told me I have a loud blower because I'm right by the camera. Okay, and then I blew the other way down toward the end. All right, cool. Now we'll let that sit and dry. I got to put something on it so it doesn't close, so. What am I? I'll just put the paint bottle on it, I guess. Come on. Don't be disagreeable here. I got people here that want to watch. That'll work. All right. You may have placed an Amazon order, so should I watch for it at my doorstep? That's okay. You send Amazon orders here anytime you want because Hunky UPS is welcome at my door anytime. I think I actually do have something in my Amazon cart, but I haven't checked out yet. I think I'm going to pay this month's bills before I hit checkout because I make crap. I know my Sam's Club bill is outrageous this month. One thing I haven't decided on that you guys can tell me how you would rather prefer to work with your journal. I'm going to make all the journals elastic closures just because I like that. I like the journal cover. This one I won't. Maybe I will this one. Hell, I don't know. But what I can't decide is if I should make them, where's that one? Just a fold over like this, or if I should do like I did the woven ones where you have the spine. So tell me which journal you guys would prefer more. It doesn't matter to me. These are a little bit more time consuming because I have to cut the pieces and blah, blah, blah. But would you rather have a book like this that you could put multiple inserts in? Or one that you can, I suppose you could go ahead and put multiple inserts in this, but it doesn't have the spine. So think about that and tell me which you guys would prefer, because I'm at the point with those journal covers where I'm going to have to decide. Hi, Shay. I've got a few little blobs here and there that are taking a little bit longer. So I'm going to go ahead and just let them continue to air dry. But yeah, I think these, other than the really thick ones, they're pretty much dry. So I'm going to go ahead and color in the letters real quick. So I'm just going to use, if I can find a decent micron, I think this is the one. This bad boy I've picked up 1,000 times. It just went in the trash. I won't pick it up again. This one's good. I'll come down close so you guys can watch. Okay, you're saying not a spine? Okay. And you think nobody else gets to vote? I'm not spineless. Just a bit more work. That weaving would take me a week. Well, the weaving's all done, Paula. All it is deciding now how I want, the book to be. Do I want it with a spine, without a spine, elastic closures, sewn pages? Because 5 of them are being given away New Year's Eve. So, I guess I should use the 8-point pen. I like this micron ink, though. Oh well, you guys are just going to have to put up with it. Eileen says spineless, so somebody else tell me what they think. Because it's going to be, I don't know, you can use it for whatever Eileen says. Terry, do not fall under her spell, please. The ruler will be coming out soon. No, I think I'm done with the ruler. Well, actually, the ruler is going to come out because I've got to cut some straight lines. But that's okay. It's all good. It's all good. I don't know why you guys have such an aversion to... I'm going to look for the 8 one. Such an aversion to rulers. Rulers are the best things ever. Is that the 8 or the 3? I may have to open a new pack of microns, you guys. I think I threw my 8 away. Here's an 8. Whatever Eileen says. Oh, you guys. Nobody else is giving me any opinions, so what, you don't care? Eileen, I think you've got all these women scared to death. Not one of them voted because you said not spineless. Actually, the ones without the spine are a little bit easier, I will say that. And I'm going to go through my magical papers to see if I can find sheets to put on the inside of the journals. And if I don't have any, and I kind of suspect I don't have enough, I'm going to have to make some magical papers this week. Probably the sooner the better, because like I've only got 6 days now, right? Before the New Year's Eve streamathon, and those have got to be ready. Well, I suppose I could take a day or 2 after, but I'd like to have them all ready before the streamathon so I can show them all. And then I can't decide what I'm actually going to build that night. I should have saved this project for that night, Eileen. We've got to come up with something else. I probably will build... I don't know. I'll think about it. It's always something. Always something. And some of this, like this might drive some people crazy. I could do this sort of stuff all day long. I'm so not kidding you. And if I make some more of this Washi ATCs, I may give those away Christmas Eve as well. There'll be just giveaways and drinking going on all over the place. But I only have 4 mudslides, so Can't be that much drinking going on. Not that I'm going to share with anybody. Ratatouille's back from breakfast.
You still screaming?
I am. Where'd you guys go?
Down at the next door to,
Littlefields?
yeah, next door to the store.
Yeah. Was it good?
That was all right.
Okay.
A little pricey.
Was it? That's what I thought. Well, did you order 6 eggs?
Yes.
Well, that's what's going to be pricey, dumbass. Are you never going to learn?
Yeah, well, I guess not.
Apparently. Robert goes in and orders a breakfast, and then he has to have 6 eggs with his breakfast. Well, then they charge you like $1 or more an egg. I can buy a dozen for 60 cents, and yeah. So, and then he complains that it costs a lot. Where? So you can't blame the restaurant for that, Robert. Okay?
I'm not blaming him for it.
All right. I like spines. Makes more room to add crap without it fanning out like crazy. See, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Paula, he got a big tip. What the? Are you talking about what I just said, CB? And believe it or not, he comes in. He just got home from breakfast. Literally, 10 seconds ago, you heard him come in. He's eating already. OMG. The boy is a pig. Alright, I think maybe I'll do some of each. What the heck. But yeah, I agree with Paula. For the scavenger hunt, it might be better to be have a book with a spine or that is real flexible. And these are not going to be overly flexible. So, dilemma. Almost done. It doesn't take too much acrylic paint to make these pens not want to work. So, I am painting over the acrylic dots, but that's why I go over on the edge and clean it off, because really a little bit of acrylic in these felt tip pens will ruin your pen in an instant. Doesn't take long. Alright, we're close to done here. And then I'll do the cutout and put the book together. And I have to do the cutout, I think, before I put it down here, because I want to ink the edges and I don't want the black ink on the white paper. So I'll have to do. There's scavenger. I'll come out a little bit so you can see. Paula, oh my God. Talking about CB and her bar tab again. CB, honestly, girl, you are never, ever, ever gonna live that down. That was so funny. Alright, I think all the gold and everything is dry now. Looks good. What are you looking for? Oh, you didn't wear those to breakfast? Oh, you did.
I made some tools to clean my earpieces on
Oh,
these earrings.
well, aren't you special?
And I hope I am. So far it's worked.
Okay, because now I've got to do the backwards measurements to get this cut in the right place. Right? Because I want this to be right there. I'll cut all that off of that edge. You will never live it down. Now put the letters I-M-A, I-M-A, I-M-A. I don't know what she's talking about, you guys. Whatever. CB, that is so funny because I'm sure pretty much every one of us know that you are not a person who walks out on your bar tab. Now, me on the other hand, I don't know. But yeah, I think that's why it's so funny. It was truly just one of those senior moments, I'm sure. But it was funny, and we sure like bugging you about it to this very day. Alright, I'm going to have to use red ink, I think, on the back, because I'm losing my pencil line. Okay, I want the opening. And I'm doing the measurements backwards, and I want that 5/8. And I want it as straight as I can get it, right? I don't want to mess here after I've put all this effort out. Okay. What edge am I going to measure from? I guess this one. It's 8.5, okay. And I've got 4.25 is a little. Oh, I am a scavenger. Huh. That might end up having to go somewhere. Alright, how much space do I want showing around the lettering? Alright, so it's 1 3/8 down. And 1 and 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, I'm going to come up 1 and, yeah, I did 1 3/8. I'll do 1 1/8. It was funny. Okay, good. And you don't mind. Alright, so let me see. This is the top. And this is the bottom. And if you can do something like this, make sure you understand that, or you'll get your measurements all goofed up. So this is the top. From the center, I'm going to come up 1, 2, 3 minus an 8. Okay, so it's 1. Hang on, just minus an 8. Let me just double check myself. 1, 2, 3. No, it's this one that I'm going to cut. And then up from the bottom, I'm coming up 1 1/8. I think is what I figured. Yep, that's what I figured. All right. Let me see if my triangle's here. I don't think it is. Oh, that means potentially crooked line. We can't have that, so we use a straight edge instead. Straight edge of a piece of paper. My triangles are in the other room. Always trust that a cut edge of a piece of paper is straight. It's milled, so it should be as straight as it can be. Is Eileen going cuckoo again? Do we need to change your diapers? All right, I'm cutting out from the back side the opening. And if you're not a perfectionist like me and you wanted to rip it or whatever, you could do that too. I just happen to be a little anal this way. And the washi sticking up is an annoyance. Just saying. And the phone book paper is slightly flimsy. And if we goof it up, we'll turn it into ATCs. What the hell? Have more giveaways. All right, there's the piece that's getting cut out. Now, when we lay this down on top of our sheet of paper here, scavenger should stick out, right? Yay us. Perfect. Now, I have to decide. Oh, I'm going to erase the pencil lines so they don't poke through if it's not completely straight. All right. Now, inking the edges around that's going to be a pain in the neck, but we're going to go ahead and do it. This is where CB and Eileen get excited when I'm going to go around the edges with black. I might wait to do the edges, these edges, after I glue it on. But the edges around the opening, I'm going to go ahead and ink now. So I keep it off the white after I glue it all together, right? Maybe it is IDP MDBB. Oh my god, I don't. Alright, I'm trying to think what these goofy letters are trying to tell me here. Something about Boca Babe. Is Boca Babe the last 2 letters? I don't know. Well, I'm putting it on with my finger too makes it hard for me to control. So I'm wondering if I should put it on with something else. But I kind of do like the messy of the whole finger thing. So we're going for the finger thing, and if you guys don't like it, I guess you should really work on Paula or Dee Dee or somebody else to stream. I mean, I'm just using a tiny, tiny little bit of paint, right? But I want it to stand out too because I'm going to go around the opening with a pen too. I don't know. They're probably crapping their pants right now. What's no, Eileen? What is no? And now she's going to be yelling at me, "You're not listening to me!" Say, boy, are you right there. That's okay. Oh my God. Cool it with the black. Okay, I'm going to cool it with the black right after I finish this opening. Oh, you guys, she's such a pain in my butt. I really am not trying to use that much, Eileen. I am going to draw around it again. Oh, BB is not Boca Babe? Okay, BB is something brat. A bossy brat. That's what it is. Boca Babe or bossy brat. Either one would work. All right. Hopefully I didn't do too much black. If I did, you're going to get over it or you won't. I don't know. I like the black, actually. So, I don't know, you guys. She sounds a bit fed up. I'm not fed up. Alright, look at that. That's not terrible, Eileen. It's not. I didn't get too carried away. And I'm going to do, after I get it glued on, it's just a little bit. And here, the black was already there. So that's just part of the design, the random design. Things happen the way they happen. What are you going to do? It's not too much black. It has nothing to do with Eileen. See, you guys make this so hard because I'm trying to read chat. Now I'm trying to decide the best way to glue this down. Do you guys think I should do it with a glue stick or should I do it with matte medium? Glue the two pieces together. Darren said, I thought till it was explained that it meant I don't pee my diaper, Boca Babe. Hi, Julie. Oh, these guys are driving me cuckoo, Julie. They're about ready to push me over the edge. Let me see, what would be the best thing? Because this paper really is. It's you think a glue stick? That's kind of what I was thinking too. I didn't pay my damn barbell. Okay already. I didn't pay my damn barbell. I'm thinking that too. That is hysterical. Alright, here we go. I'm thinking glue stick, and we're just going to have to work fast. Ready? Set, go. Somebody's texting me. Probably my granddaughter. She's in Florida, and I think she's bored. And I can see where I've already glued because it's shiny. Alright, we're working fast now. The edges are uber important. Your damn Xyron can't do this, Eileen. Just saying. Alright. Let's get it down right now while it's still wet. And we'll start with the opening because that's the most important thing, and that's where everywhere I measured from has to be that. And if I have to put on more glue stick, we'll do that too. Come on, cooperate here. These damn nails have got to freaking go. That's that. Oh, I've already got a wrinkle in it. There we go. Maybe. I can hear Eileen right now. Just put the damn thing down. Go. There we go. All right. Make sure we're keeping it straight. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right. Not exactly straight, but considering what we were working with, perfect. It looks so crooked. It's not. Look at my back. Perfect. Perfect. It's not crooked. I don't have any white on the edges. Eileen, get a grip, girl. Right down here. I'm less than a 16th off. Builders have bigger variants than that. It's perfect. I'm telling you, perfect. I like it. I'm liking it a lot, actually. And I'll double check so that it's not popping up or anything. But I'm gonna matte medium over the whole thing anyway, so. And this is just a tool I use to press after I've glue sticked. So if any of this washi pops up, I'll matte medium it back down. What? Are you happy with yourself?
Uh-huh.
Did it work?
Now talk to me.
Did it work?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. I would say a 16th is off is uncalled for. Given the crap that I'm working with, no straight edges, nothing, I'm going to hit you upside your head. I didn't look at my phone yet. My hands are busy. I don't even know where my phone is. Right here. I think Ange. It's Ange, I bet. We will see. I have to get my Mario Brothers. Divorce the damn glue stick. I like me some glue stick. Me and the glue stick are in it for the long haul, girl. Divorce is not an option. I like it too. It is wonderfully, perfectly, imperfectly you. That sounds like Dr. Seuss. All right, we're going to go ahead and trim the edges now. Get the wood right there. We go. Get the excess washi off. I'm going to blacken the edges. Make the fold, and as far as I'm concerned, I've got to do something with the inside, obviously. Oops. I just felt a place that feels like it's not glued down, so we'll get that taken care of. There we go. We'll measure the back, the size of the cover that we wanted, because we decided it was going to be 10 1/4, I believe. I better measure up here and make sure. Nope, 10 3/4. I'm going to cut it down to 10 1/2, really. Yeah, I'm going to cut it down to 10 1/2. So at this point, if there was something along this edge I didn't like, I could take it off this edge or at the back. I'm going to take it off the back. Yeah, because I'm only losing a little bit, so it'll be 10 1/2 wide. 5 1/4 after the fold. Don't you want me to put black on the edges, Eileen? I think inking the edges just always makes everything look a little bit more finished. So maybe I won't do it with acrylic paint. Maybe I'll do it with ink because that's a little easier to control. Nope, I'm doing it with acrylic paint. What did you get me? Oh, thanks, honey. You put it right in the paint. Aren't you special? No, I'm kidding. Robert just got me some pistachio nuts. Shelled them and brought them over to me. Because sometimes he's nice that way. Yeah, no, I'm using the black acrylic paint. And I'm going to go ahead and glue down my edges again. Because I can peel them right up. Hi, Dorothy. I hope you're feeling better. Sounds like you had a hell of a time on Christmas. Double checking, making sure all my edges are down really good. Because I'm almost at a point where there'll be no redeeming them if I don't get them stuck down now. And it's still wet enough I can pull it up if I need to. Yeah, I like pistachios too, and that was my Dirty Santa gift that I gave. So when it was Robert's turn to pick a gift, I told him which one to pick, so we got to bring him home. I told my brother to pick his gift too, because I bought something I knew he'd like. So I cheat at Dirty Santa, in case you're wondering. Just saying. Alright, I'll put the acrylic paint on with a makeup sponge. How would you like that, Eileen? And then it can't get carried away with my finger. Let's try that. Pistachio nuts are really good. Thank you, honey. Somewhere here I have a makeup sponge. This one will work. Obviously been used 100 times, but who cares? Alright, I'm gonna let Cheater I know, but I'm gonna tell you guys, if I didn't cheat, have you guys seen those what did they call them, Robert? They're like the flying crystal balls, that the ball's about this big and they got like whirly things on top of them, and when they touch your hand they bounce back up in the wall, or they bounce back up to the ceiling. Two different people brought those. So if I didn't cheat, Robert and I would have ended up with like those. Well, what the hell are we going to do with those, right? And Robert was like number 7. No, I was number 7. Robert was number 4. So nobody had picked that gift yet. So I was like, the red one with the white bow is a really good gift.
You want some more potato?
No, I'll wait for a while, hon.
Okay.
Because I'm sure these women don't want to hear me crunching in their ear. Okay, Dorothy, I hope you're feeling better. So I know, that's cheating. But you have to remember, it's my family. They know that I'm going to cheat. Because for sure, when we do the Dirty Santa thing, I do try and bring nice gifts. 2 balls, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. It's been a... Yeah, see, this is not... Oh, well, I'll just do it like this. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. Those flying balls, they've been advertising them. There's been an advertisement on my Facebook page several times for them. Now see, Eileen, the black edge looks cool. And it makes it look just a little bit more finished, I think. And I know Paula likes it because she blackens her edges. And we're all about keeping Paula happy, right? Yeah, no, I like it. It makes it look just more finished. I'm sorry, it does. Now, if it was green, you wouldn't hear Eileen complaining. Am I doing better, CB? I'm not getting all carried away. I'm trying to keep this under the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. Actually, this bad boy could use some more acrylic paint in the middle of it. I mean, because this is like crazy quilt stuff. I don't think I've gotten carried away at all. You've never seen the balls thrown against the wall? Somebody explain to her, balls to the wall. If they're blue balls, do they fly better? I don't know. There's something in them, and they light up, and they're clear plastic, and you turn them on, and the two little whirly, they're like helicopter rotors. Like make them fly up in the air, and then when they come back down, if you let it touch your hand again, it will fly. Well, if you get your hand at an angle, and I don't know what in there it propels it, I mean, or decides its trajectory. I was trying to figure that out while I was watching them, because if you do your hand at an angle, the ball will fly at an angle. Well, in a house, that's dangerous. I mean, we about killed poor Pixie Faye with the crazy thing. I mean, we were all laughing our heads off, but, I mean, she ran. She was scared, poor little thing. So you guys know what I'm talking about. Maybe you don't. I really like that British flag. Really like it. Flying blue balls. Well, if you'd have come to our house for Christmas yesterday, you could have seen the flying colorful balls. They were not just the blue balls. They were every color flying balls at my brother's house yesterday. And what else? Somebody else got a slingshot. Of course, that was a gift for one specific person that you knew they were going to steal it from you. If you'd picked it first, they were going to steal it from you. We didn't do a lot of stealing yesterday. Everybody was pretty happy with what they got. But that's what happens when you do it with family. It's in some ways a lot more fun to do it with strangers. I know Eileen's going to have a fit that I just did that, but you could see the white, and I didn't like that. Yeah, there's a lot more gift stealing going on, because we didn't do a lot of that yesterday. We really didn't. I've got to get more black paint out. All right, what are we humoring me about this time? Go for the inappropriate jokes, Paula. That's what we do here. One night we sat and just wrote down a whole list of 4-letter words. Because if you think this is a politically correct stream, you are so wrong, girl. We are not the politically correct, afraid we're going to insult somebody kind of people. No, I am. I don't want to insult people. And if it offends you, I'm sorry. But oh well. Alright, what do I need? More black, Eileen? It is pretty. Looking in the camera, it is way pretty. Gift stealing and blue balls, was it rated? No, it should have been. But then the cops would have come and they would have started enjoying themselves, because my brother is so much fun, you guys. If you went to Christmas at my brother's house, you would want to stay, because my brother is fun. If you're around Dawn, I promise you, you are laughing. All right. Do you like that with the cutout of scavenger? Now I'm going to take my black pen, like we did on this one, because one of the things I liked about this was the crazy. Oop. Sorry, I'm spitting pistachios. The crazy lines around the opening. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I can't remember what pen I use, but I've got to use a pen that will work over. I think the food pen works over acrylic paint just fine. Need to clean up this mess. And then the other thing I'll do is, was this the food? No. Where's the food ball? It's got the nice tip. Here's food. Yep, I need to get a new one. Look at that bad boy's almost empty. Holy crap, that's scary. And I'm not doing anything to make sure that I'm going straight or anything else. I want them to overlap. And the pen does not want to write on that Tim Holtz tape, believe it or not. It's resisting the ink. How crazy is that? And I'm doing the crazy lines on purpose. That is crazy that that tape resists. Alright, that's as good as it's going to get. I'll come in where you guys can see it. It looks really messy. But see how that piece of tape right there resists the pen? That's crazy. And I'm going to have to pour some glue in there. I just noticed that's wanting to come up. So I'm going to get some tacky glue or something like that that will absolutely not come up. I need some new tacky glue too. I'll put it on with a toothpick. I gotta get a toothpick. Excuse me, what did Ann say? You can borrow my brother. Oh, everybody loves my brother. If you were around him, you're smiling. I promise you. Well, I should post a picture of him that I took Christmas Eve because it is so typical Don. He grins from ear to ear, and he's always laughing. And I took that picture. I was just jacking with my camera, trying to see why it wasn't doing something right. And I took the picture of Don, and it was so Don. I mean, it was just like, oh, that may be my favorite picture of him of all times, because he's so funny. But I promise you, when we were young, I would have gladly, and I mean gladly, killed him. Killed him. Graveyard dead killed him. We didn't get along as kids, but after we grew up, we moved to Oklahoma together. Because we be liking each other now. All right, cool. There we go. Now, I'm going to have to score it so I can fold it. So did we decide, well, I guess I've got to decide for myself. Do I want a spine on it? Jacking with the camera? You don't like me jacking with the camera? I guess since this is going to be mine, or I could give it away too, I don't really care. Eileen's gonna scare away the newbies. I don't know, Paula. There is nothing funnier than a Paula stream. So, newbies, don't let Eileen scare you. There's nothing better than a Paula stream. Let's just think about this for a minute. Okay. If I don't have to put an entire inch spine in this, if I don't want, but I agree with Paula that if I put a spine in it, even a little bit, because look at how thick my other journal got doing the scavenger hunt. I mean, it got pretty thick. Can you see that? Not counting the journal cover, just the insert itself. I mean, if you measure it, it's probably, yeah, I mean, I'm squishing it together and it's still 1.25 inches. So by the time you stick a bunch of stuff in it, I mean, you've got to have some give in there, right? I need to put this away because I'm going to get paint on it if I don't. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking is it's got to be able to grow and not get too fluffy. So it's getting a spine, just saying. This is 10.5, so 5.25 is the center. I'm going to do at least 1 inch binding, I guess. But then let me see how big that's going to leave the actual inserts that I can put in there. But that's going to be 1 inch. So from edge to edge, the book itself, or the front cover, ends up being like 4 and a little over 5/8. Not quite 4 and 3/4. Which I suppose is big enough. That's bigger than a Midori insert. The dark side of the room for sure, Sherry. Because you fell and couldn't get up. Oh God, that's right, you guys. Some of that is so darn funny. There have been some pretty good laughs at Paula's streams, for sure. Oh wait, 1/2 inch, not 1 inch. Come on, goofball. Alright, so that would be the spine. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the to cover the inside of this. What do I want to cover the inside with? Yeah, because in my inserts, yeah, I'm gonna build a spine in it. Sorry, Eileen, I'm gonna listen to Paula this time because I agree with her. What does 1/2 inch give you? What does 1/2 inch give you? Is this a trick, Eileen? Are you trying to trick me, girl? Oh, you know another thing I did on these that I didn't do on these that I could go back and do now is I did the bubble wrap paint. Which is kind of cool. But this has got enough on it. Yeah, if you don't laugh, you ain't living. Alright, I'm trying to think what I want to use for the inside of this cover. I wonder if I should go get some of that magical paper. Do you think magical paper would look too weird on the inside of it? It's either going to be a solid color or some magical. Let me go see what I got. Alright, I think this might work. because I just want something to cover it, and I can't decide either if I want to do it. It's going to be a one-time use. I'm not going to reinforce this with cardboard. If this was something that I was going to use multiple times, I probably would reinforce this with cardboard or corrugate, not corrugate, like maybe cereal box weight. But since this is going to be one-time use, I think I'm going to just go ahead, and this is some of that, I think it's rice paper. Yeah, this is the rice paper magicals that we moved the other day, made the other day, and I didn't like the rice paper, so I think I'll just go ahead and use it on the inside of here and call it a day. Put the binder in, and that'll be the that'll be the journal cover that probably I use. But I may just decide to give it away too. Well, who knows? But I did get it ripped. I'm thinking I'm going to put it down with matte medium. I really am. So here we go. We're going to start gluing down matte medium junk. So the inside pages will be, what did I say, 4 and something. That'll be fine. I'm going to put down glue pages because I hate cleaning up the matte medium later. All right. I love that you can use matte medium as a glue. I really do. It's so easy. And it doesn't dry so fast like some of the glues. Yeah, you can work with it. It's all good. Just flat that bad boy down and push. Because I'm going to go ahead and put a coat on top right now too. So, and I like the wrinkly part of it, so don't worry about that. I like the wrinkly. It makes it feel really, really good. And this rice paper will let the matte medium go through, so I'm not really worried about it gluing down, because it will. I think the rice paper will just absorb this matte medium and let it go right through. And the matte medium makes the color of the magicals come back to life. And that's another thing I really, really love about using matte medium on top of the magical paper. The air bubbles are you're just going to have to work them out, work them to the edges. Oops. Well, when that happens, you tear a piece off somewhere else and stick it right on top. See, I tore it right there? No worries. That's how you fix that. I was pushing down pretty hard, so I'll ease up a little bit. I love this magical paper. I really do. Which I'm sure you guys have figured out by now. And I wasn't sure that I liked it on this rice paper, so this is going to be a good test to see. Because I wasn't crazy about it on the rice paper at all. But on here it looks really pretty. What's the date? 26. Holy crap, I need to get my property tax check in the mail. I really do. And the rice paper is kind of fragile, so that's why I ripped it right there a little bit too, but I'm going to do a repair there too. All right, I'm just working the air bubbles out now. And there might be a few left when I'm said and done, but that won't even bother me either. I'll just let the paper wrinkle and not worry about it.
Tomorrow,
Yes?
1 o'clock
1 o'clock for what?
is my appointment.
Oh, they changed it on you?
For the practitioner nurse,
Who called you?
Lennon's office.
I know, but who was it? Was it that scheduling girl or was it Rachel?
I must have been the scheduling girl.
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess we're going to Joplin tomorrow, which I'm okay with because I've got a gift certificate.
Okay. Supposed to be 1 o'clock tomorrow.
1 o'clock tomorrow? All right. We're going to make it a fun day then.
Be cool.
Go to the steak restaurant and eat us a yummy dinner or something.
Did you see a piece of a napkin here somewhere with some scribbling on it?
Oh my gosh.
And it's tore off.
No, I haven't seen it, but I warned you about that before.
I wondered about that before.
I've warned you. Like, I can't be responsible for your napkin writings.
For my what?
Napkin writings. When you write on napkins and leave it all over the house. Ah. All right, I think I've got most of the air bubbles out. Oh, here's a big one up here. I'll have to... Yeah, I think that too, Eileen, that on the rice paper, I wasn't happy at first, but, oops, this is getting dry enough now. I'm going to have to leave it alone. But I got to get this last little air bubble out, because if this dries, air bubbles are stuck. You're not going to get them out. So, what was on the paper that you're looking for, Robert? I'll fix that later. All right, I think I got them all. But if I keep jacking with it, I'm going to get more tears. That I know for sure. So, I can't really see any more big air bubbles. There's one right there, but I can push it out the end. Yeah, I wasn't going to use the rice paper anymore, but now I'm kind of thinking I might. Because when you, of course, you have to remember too, if you do that, then you're almost in a position where you have to put matte medium on top of it. Because it got real dull. It wasn't pretty at all. Alright, when I dry this matte medium, we'll see how bad a job I really did. But keep in mind, the rice paper was wrinkled before I put it down. I mean, I had crumpled it up. And I could go over this with an ink pad too and darken those areas, the wrinkled areas. Let me blow this real quick. You can't find it. After that, oh, one thing I need to do is probably get it off this blue paper, or I never will. You know what I mean? What was written on it, honey?
Oh, Stella's supposed to be with Donnie today.
Well, I think you were talking to Donnie in the basement yesterday, so if I had to guess, it's down in your man cave.
That's where I wrote it down, but it's not there.
You need to look harder, because I don't remember seeing it up here anywhere.
Okay.
It's in your basement. Collect Robert's napkin writings. He drives me crazy doing that. He'll write down a phone number, somebody will call him, and on a newspaper. Okay, I don't keep freaking newspapers around here. We're done reading them, they go in the trash. Well, then he'll ask me like 3 weeks later, what'd you do with that newspaper that I wrote that number on? I'm like, are you kidding me? You have got to be kidding me. Yeah, I really like this rice paper now. There are some air bubbles though. So, yee, caca poo poo. Alright, that's dry enough now that I can trim the edges, and it doesn't necessarily match exactly, but I don't care. I'm cool with that. It's all good. It ain't matchy this time. Hi, Dee Dee. You went out in the world? You do the same thing, CB? Oh, no. You went out in the world, Dee Dee? Did you lose your mind for Christmas? What the heck is that about? I wouldn't have not have gone anywhere today. Yep, Dee Dee lost your mind for Christmas. Some of the acrylic ink came off the edges, so I'm going to have to replace that, but that's okay. Eileen has me doing the same thing I did the other day, Dee Dee, but that's okay. Only this time I did a journal cover for the scavenger hunt. Yeah, this is like crazy quilt stuff. This is crazy. But I'm going to put matte medium down on it. A couple of the... Oh, it's very plasticky feeling right now. So I'm going to have to put matte medium on the top of it right now. Thanks, Dee Dee. And it would help if I'd get a sharp blade for my X-Acto, so you don't get the raggedy edges. I could feel when it wasn't cutting complete, and it was like, oh, that's going to leave a crappy raggedy edge there. Alrighty. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead, I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and put the matte medium on this side now. Because really, all I've got left to do is build the spine, put the elastic on, and call it a day. I will do a separate insert for it, though, I think. Yeah, I stay home. Oh my God, no. I would rather keep something I hate rather than go to a store and return it today. Now, I still do have to pack up all the Christmas stuff and put it away. Now that Christmas is over, I'm done with it. Like, I'm done. I can't tell you how totally done I am. So, yeah, this week, one day, will definitely be boxing everything up and putting it away. By January 1st, this place will be spotless again. Because I'm over it. We drove by some houses last night. I hadn't really seen much Christmas lights. I just haven't been out to see them. And there's some really beautiful ones around here. I mean, I have to say, people have really gone all out. But I thought about those same poor people because it's cold as hell here right now. Now you've got all those lights up, and you have to go out in this freezing, freezing cold weather to take them all down and box them up. Like, you went nuts. All right, matte medium on the top. Here we go. And now, if I was going to add any more to it, now would be the time that I would want to do it. So if I wanted to do, like, any of the acrylic paint on the smash bubbles or whatever you call them, if I wanted to do that, I'd want to do it now, because after I do this, I won't add any more to it. I could, but I won't. Here we go. Keep your fingers crossed, because we are close to done with this bad boy. You didn't put your tree out? I did. I put the small one out. And then I went ahead and I have to do the stairways and stuff like that, the banisters and that, because the kids really like that. So, all right. We've got a brush here. Oh my God. One of those pens. Which pen was it? It had to be the food ball. Oh man, get that crap off there. That food ball is not waterproof. I could have sworn it was. Oh man, now I've got a mess. Well, my choices now are live with the mess or I'm going to have to put something back over that. Damn it, that makes me mad. And I was even cognizant of that, to be using waterproof products. But that food ball apparently is not, because that's what's moving is the food. Ugh. All right, I'm going to clean that up as much as I can here in just a second. But I don't want the paint to come back this way, so I'm going to do it first, and I'll come back and gingerly work around that area. Crap. Oh well, I guess if it's got some ink on it, that's just the way it's going to be. Yep, it's the food that's moving. Alright, well, I'm going to try and make it pretty even now. Make it look like it was supposed to be that way. It's all you can do now. You know why? The food ball is waterproof. You know, remember when I was talking about the that ink sitting on top of the Tim Holtz tape? That's the culprit. The food ball isn't moving. It's that damn paint on top of the Tim Holtz tape that moved. Yeah, this is the way it's going to look now. It's just going to look like a messy scavenger hunt book. Get over it, girl. I'm over it. I'm not going to worry about it. If I wanted to, I could go back in and make a new piece of paper that had that on it and smack it right in there, and you'd never know the difference. So I'm not going to worry about it. It is what it is. But that's what the culprit is. It's that paint sitting on top of that washi. So I guess that's one thing. Keep in mind if you're doing this, if you have some washi tape that is resisting the ink or the paint, that's what you're going to end up with. I'm going to leave that alone for now, dry it, and then go back over it with another coat because it should be done moving now. It really should. Come on, come off there, piece of crap. And put a little bit more over here where I just sucked some of that up. All right. Well, got character, right? Got some character. It had nothing to do with that, Eileen, you goof. You're just wanting to give me crap when I'm already, like, ready to rip somebody's head off. The microns normally will not, Janice. They're as good a waterproof product as I've ever had. I guess that's what you'd have to do. Paint over it before inking or something. Well, if you were normal and use paint through the stencil. I don't like paint through the stencil because it doesn't make nice crisp edges. Sorry. Sorry if there's something wrong with me. Which shouldn't surprise anybody. Alright. That's alright. I don't mind that. And if it does get where it bothers me, I'll just put a new piece of paper in there. But it does look kind of old and grungy now, for sure. Which is, I'm cool with that. Alright. You want me to blow it? I will put another coat of matte medium, top and bottom. And I will find a different pen to write over that Tim Holtz tape. Oh my God, OCD Janet. I know it, Eileen, and if you think it's easy to live like this, you come and try and be me for one day. Jeez. You couldn't do it, girl. You couldn't do it. You'd have to buy a bigger size of Depends. Micron smear. Okay, no, okay, Debbie, that's true. If you put them on top of a medium, yeah, then they may not be as waterproof. And actually, The food balls, as a rule, are pretty darn good. These are water fade proof, they're pigment ink. These are generally pretty good. Maybe the next time what I would try is that Kathy Arbor told me about it, and I ordered one, and I have to say it has been this one, the microperm. This also is a great pen. It's waterproof and it will write on anything. But I don't want to do it while the matte medium's wet. But these two pens, as a rule, are my go-to if I'm going to write on acrylic paint or want something to be permanent. These two are, in my opinion, if you've got a better product that works well, let me know, because any of these kind of products I will buy, because I don't want crap like that happening. See, Jan, that's me. It's hard enough being me. All right. So as far as I'm concerned, this journal cover, other than putting the elastic on, is pretty much done. Okay, Darren. Bye now. We'll hopefully see a Happy New Year for the Streamathon. Somebody could put Jean's blog link in, so if there's anybody new here, they could go see who's streaming and when. And yeah. Now do a magical one. Okay, Eileen, let me, would it be okay, like, if we take a break and I come back, say, I'm just trying to think of a couple of things I really need to get done halfway early in the day. I need about a half-hour break. I've got some phone calls I need to make, and yeah, I want to do that here pretty quick. So, do you guys want to do that? Take a break and come back and make a different one? I don't know who else streams today. Who else streams today? I'm arting all day, I promise you. Thanks, Eileen. Another thing that would be really fun, I just noticed a couple times when I was putting the paint on here, I would dab it with my finger like that and make little mountain things. That added some texture here and there. That would be another cool thing, is not only have all the different colors, but you could add some other things to add dimension and more texture. So yeah, you don't even have to stop here. You could go on. You need to make potato salad. Oh, that sounds wonderful. All right, so no one's streaming. All right, let's call it a day right now. And I'll be back, let's say it would be 1:30 Eastern. All right, so we've got about 30 minutes. I can get everything I need to get done in about 30 minutes. So if you watch this on YouTube, thanks a lot. This is the final product. I'm really okay with it. It may be a giveaway for New Year's Eve, and I may keep this for mine. I don't know yet. This pisses me off, but I can live with it. So, thanks for watching. See you in 30 minutes.